Alright, so today I have a Yamaha 500R or Suzuki 500R, I forget which one. Ignition and control box real quick. I'm just going to show you how to disassemble it without breaking anything. So it's got 2 screws on the back. Usually they're covered by a sticker right here, so sometimes you have to peel the sticker off. And this should work for most 500 models. If you have the R, the D, whatever, E, I don't know too much about motorcycles, I just deal with electronics, but this should work for almost all models of that. So once you have that, you want to take this apart. This comes off, your throttle cable will go through here and whatnot. Just set that aside. This holds your throttle cable, so you'll disassemble your throttle cable and then take this out. And then you can set that aside. Now, the red switch is just a simple two position switch, and it has a ball bearing lock. So this piece right here just holds the wires in so you can run the bar across. So take that out. Oops. Don't throw your screws across the room. Take this little piece and put it to the side. That piece is important. It keeps the wires from hitting the bar. So now you just take this screw, and then to get to one switch you will have to take out the other one just to get it off the housing. So if you want to work on this one, you got to take that one out. If you want to work on this one, you got to take that one out. So just take both of them out. There's only one screw holding each one in, and they're the same size, so don't worry about getting them lost. The only different size screw is the long one that holds this piece in place. So once you have that, these just pop out. You can set that aside. Now this will be covered in like a nice jacket. I personally split that off with a razor, and I'll re-jacket it later. This is pretty simple. If you look, there's just 2 contacts. Once they touch, it gets power going through it. When they're not touching, it doesn't get power going through it. To disassemble it is very simple. There's just these 2 clips right here. What you have to do is go up, and when you do this, you want to hold right here and like hold it together, because there's ball bearing in there that will fly out. So undo that one, let it come out, and then oh my god, it exploded into a million pieces, but it's really not that serious. So it's a very simple design. You have this white piece. You have this white piece right here. Let me kind of clean it. I'm going to spit on it a little bit there so you can see. So there is some grease in there. That's good. You need grease for the ball bearing, but so there's these 2 little positions here. All it does is the ball bearing drops in there. It goes into one position or the other position. That's what locks it in place. So if the ball bearing is in this position, it makes it difficult for this to switch to the other side, but not impossible. Okay, once you have the switch all disassembled, it's fairly simple to reassemble. On this side, you'll see here there's a slot, that's for your spring. And on the white piece, there's 2 little indents. This is for your ball bearing. So the easiest way to do this is to take your ball bearing, stick it in one of those, set this down carefully so it doesn't fly out. Take any one of the 2 springs, put it into the little slot, and then you're gonna basically marry the 2 pieces together so that way the spring is holding on top of the ball. I want to hold the white piece in the same place and then just bam, like that. So I'll do that again for you guys. So as you can see, it's closed, and as long as I hold right here, I can get 2 positions on the switch. You can hear the little click. So if I disassemble it real quick, as you can see, spring, ball bearing, 2 positions for the ball bearing. Just simply get the spring over the ball bearing and then force the plastic post right here where my left thumbnail is, force that into the hole on the red switch, and then it's assembled. So now it's not held on this side, but if you hold it right here, you get 2 switch positions. And you even get the little click. That little click is from the ball bearing. So now to assemble the other side, it's very simple. Take your spring, put it in the hole, take your contact plate. This should normally have dielectric grease or some type of grease or something on it, usually. You just set that in, it doesn't, you know, it just sits in there, it doesn't necessarily like stay in or clip in or anything. And you take this portion, the actual contact portion that goes to your wiring for your bike, and this is what holds it all together. So right here and back here are 2 little clips, and then right here and right there are the 2 little holes. So you just line up this post with that hole right there, while also lining up the clips. And there you go. Now it's together. And then if you want to reassemble it, you just take this, throw this back in here, take the momentary position, which I would disassemble for you if I could, but since it's got a pin, it's a non-disassembly one, you'd have to redo the pin. So you could disassemble it and get a new pin, but I'm not going to do that today. So to put it back together, you just put both the switches in there, get them in there, throw one of the screws on. There's 3 small screws and 1 long screw. The 3 small screws for the switches. Bam. Throw this one on. And then this piece is important. This holds the wires down so that they don't get caught or crunched or anything in your handlebars. So this piece is important. It has to orient the right way, which is with the little ledge facing that way. And it goes over the wires. Its job is to force the wires down and hold them in place. So you get it over, kind of get it in place. And one of these bad boys, short ones. Okay. And then now you want to route the wires through this bottom hole. Make sure all your switches are tight. You take your throttle cable holder, and it's got this little clip thing that goes right here. It's not really a clip, it's more just to hold it in place. And it stays very tight. These screws aren't very good, so make sure they're very tight. So slot that in. So you take this part of that and that part of that, slot it together. You slot it together like that, and then push it down and make sure the wires are coming out this bottom hole here. And once this corner of this piece and this corner of this piece is lined up, you can look through here and you'll see that hole there. That's where the one long screw goes. Just stick that in there. Tweezers help. Okay. Then your throttle cable will go back in there, whatever. 2 screws. Long one goes on the long side, short one goes on the short side. There we go. That's it.